What's up, guys? Chase Oliver here, bringing you my WWE NXT Takeover Unstoppable review. Now, I always look forward to the Takeover events because, let's just be real here, current WWE sucks dick sometimes. It's hard to watch current WWE sometimes. But with the Takeover events, when I watch them and I see like the young talent that's on the Takeover shows, I just say to myself, man, dude, there's just so much great potential that the WWE has. It's just so much great stuff that I can look forward to the future. It kind of just gives me that kick in the ass and saying, this is why you're a professional wrestling fan, Chase. It's because shows like these. Did this takeover feel like most takeovers where it's like, wow, it's like a show like this where I'm saying, this is why I watch professional wrestling? Just probably the second hour. I will definitely say the second hour is definitely a reason why I watch professional wrestling. But the first hour of Takeover Unstoppable, oh my goodness. Try to defend this shit and I don't know what you're smoking. Pass me what you're smoking or drinking if you try to defend this crappy first hour that NXT Takeover Unstoppable had. We kick off the show with Finn Balor versus freaking Tyler Breeze. It was originally supposed to be a triple threat match, but instead of finding someone else to, kind of make this match interesting to put in there, they just decided to have Finn Balor versus Tyler Breeze, where the winner gets the #1 contendership to the NXT Championship. Why should I flippin' care? I have seen this match multiple times on NXT television. I've already seen Finn Balor get a title shot at our current NXT champion, so why should I flippin' care? Was it a good opening match? Absolutely. I ain't gonna deny it. In-ring-wise, it was a good match. But I just didn't care. I was just sitting to myself saying, like, you couldn't find any random fuck back there to at least make this match interesting, to at least replace Tommy, so that way we could actually get a triple threat so it doesn't feel like I'm watching a regular episode of NXT. That's the thing about these takeovers is they have the ability to, build up guys on the regular NXT shows. And so that way when they wrestle at the takeover events, it's like, man, dude, we don't see this on regular NXT, so this is kind of cool. But the problem is, I've seen Finn Balor and Tyler Breeze way too many times on regular NXT. So why should I care that they're wrestling on NXT TakeOver? This Divas tag team match. What is this, to build up some Charlotte and Dana Brooks feud? What, did you just want to give Bayley like a payday? Is that the only reason why she was here? I know why Emma was there, just to eat the pinfall, but seriously, what was the point of this Divas tag match? It wasn't even that good. You want to do Charlotte versus Dana Brooks, go do Charlotte versus Dana Brooks. Or in fact, if you want to build that up, just do Dana Brooks versus Bayley. Have it where Dana Brooks is beating the fuck out of Bayley, and then comes Charlotte to make the save at the end, and then there you go. Next takeover, you set up for Charlotte versus Dana Brooks. Why are we having a wasteful tag team match? Sorry, I didn't find this Divas tag team match any interesting at all. Baron Corbin, the deer in the headlights, taking on Rhino. Holy crap. You know a match is bad when Rhino is carrying the match. The fans were shitting all over Mr. Deer in the Headlights Baron Corbin. They don't give a crap about this guy, and this guy is still too fucking green. Holy shnikes. His moveset is sloppy. The only thing he knows how to hit right is his finisher. That's the only thing Baron Corbin can hit really good. Other than that, he is sloppy in the ring. Rhino carried a match. It's 2015, and the man beast Rhino is carrying a match. You know how wrong that is, people? Oh, God. Baron Corbin, deer in the headlights. I don't know what the WWE is trying to do with this guy. In fact, I don't even know what NXT is trying to build up with this guy. At first, they had something going. He was like the Goldberg. He was like Ryback. He was just beating dudes in like 3 seconds flat. But now it just seems like they don't know what to do with this guy. I'm not really a big fan of Mr. Deer in the Headlights, but if he's going to be having these longer matches, put him with guys that could actually carry him to longer matches. Stop giving him guys that are hard-hitting brutes. This just felt like Baron Corbin versus Bull Dempsey at the last TakeOver event. It just felt just like that, except Rhino's a way better wrestler than Bull Dempsey. So he was able to do at least a decent job. Just to me, personally, You have to make sure, if you want Baron Corbin to look good, you have to give him different types of guys, not just these powerhouse guys where he can just sloppily throw his fake punches and his terrible big boots, because this dude is ass. That tag team title match, oh my god. How many times does Enzo Amore and Big Cass have to lose like that? Where Big Cass tags in the already beating up Enzo, and then he does something stupid and dumb dickish for his team to lose. Seriously. It's the same ending when it comes down to this Enzo Amore and Big Cass team. Big Cass will get into the ring, clean house, be a fucking monster like he should be, and then his dumb ass tags in Enzo Amore, who is passed the fuck out, and they lose. Sick and tired of seeing Enzo Amore and Big Cass being booked the same. And I'm sick and tired of watching Blake and Murphy be the next Ascension. Seriously, Blake and Murphy is pathetic. Their theme song is terrible. Their entrance gives me hurts my eyes like the little strobe lights that they have. That hurts my damn eyes. I don't want to have a seizure just because I was watching a professional wrestling match. Get rid of these two. Seriously, I feel like the only reason why Enzo Amore and Big Cass does not win the tag team titles is because WWE NXT wants to book Carmella for whatever dumb dick reason. They're have a crush on her, so that's why they threw Alexa Bliss into this feud. Don't give me this excuse, Mo Chase. It gives a journey now for Enzo Amore and Big Cass for when they finally win the tag team titles. No, we've been waiting for these motherfuckers to win the tag team titles for the last 2 years. It would have been nice to see them win the tag team titles, but instead they lose in the same dumb dick way that they mostly lose. That's mostly the negatives I have for NXT Takeover Unstoppable. That first hour was atrocious. Just felt like a regular episode of NXT, which not a lot of them are good. You know, I know a lot of people love NXT, and I already know people are going to be mad at me because I'm being critical on their favorite product of the world. But guess what? Sometimes you have to be critical on stuff. Otherwise, it's not going to get better. Just saying, just because you like these guys and you think they're good, does not mean it's always going to be good. Because I like Finn Balor. But I do not want to see Finn Balor and Tyler Breeze wrestle for the umpteenth time. Just being honest here. I like Big Cass and Enzo Amore, but doesn't mean I want to see them lose in the same dumb dick way that they've been losing for most of the time. Seriously, they just make Big Cass look like an idiot, and you can't teach that. Ugh. What else do we have here for TakeOver? Oh yeah, the women's match, once again, fucking stealing the show. My girl, Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. Woo! I'm going to say it. You guys may think I'm crazy for saying this, but I'm going to say it. MOTY candidate. That's an MOTY candidate right there. Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. I love the story being told in this match. It was simple, it was clean, it was executed in a nice different way. I loved it. You have where Sasha's being the heel, dominating most of the match, freaking raking off, pretty much tearing off the arm of Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch starts to get her comeback, but Sasha keeps cutting her off, and then finally Becky's gaining momentum to the point where the fans want to see her win the title. That's good shit. That was good shit. Sasha comes, wins the title, stays the champion. I mean, really, to be honest here, people always ask me, Chase, why are you still a professional wrestling fan? I get asked that a lot. Why do I still watch professional wrestling if a lot of it is because I hate it, or I just get sick and tired of it, or I think it's just boring and all this other stuff? People always ask why I still watch professional wrestling. It's because shit like this. When I can see a match tell a beautiful fucking story. When I can sit there and see two women who are freaking mistreated in WWE today in any wrestling promotion, when women are not really that big of a deal in any other wrestling promotion, and they go out there and put on a match of the year type of candidate match with a good story, with an ending that almost brought tears to my damn eyes. Professional wrestling has the ability to tell stories that most sports can't do. Because in most sports, we don't get our happy endings. We don't get to see our favorite teams win the Super Bowl every time. We don't get to see our favorite teams make it all the way to the NBA Finals. We don't get the underdogs always overcoming the odds or stuff like that. We never get to tell these amazing stories. That's what professional wrestling does. It tells amazing sports stories in a good scripted way when booked fucking correctly. And this match was booked correctly. This match was fun. This was probably, and I'll say, it surpassed Charlotte and Natalya for me for the best women matches since they started these TakeOver specials. This was flipping awesome. These women went out there and killed it. My girl Sasha Banks remained NXT Women's Champion. And Becky Lynch, at the start of the match, the fans, they weren't really digging her all that much. If you notice, when she came out, she kind of got a reaction. But by the end of the match, they gave her a standing ovation, and the people loved what they saw from her. Now, The main event, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Before I talk about that, I gotta say I love Kevin Owens, man. This dude on the microphone is great. This is a heel. He's such a great bully. I love this guy. Like, I love when he's all telling Michael Cole, no, I don't want John Cena to get credit for injuring Sami Zayn. I injured Sami Zayn. Like, that's a reason why Kevin Owens is good, damn it. You hate this guy because he's a dick. It's great. He's such a douche. You want to see him get his ass kicked. He plays this role so damn well. I love Kevin Owens, what he's doing. A simple, basic heel that you can hate. Everyone hates dicks and douches in real life. So why not? Why can't we just hate Kevin Owens for that? He does a good job too because, when you look at it, most wrestling fans are very hardcore. And Kevin Owens is one of the hardcore wrestling fans' favorites. But he doesn't always get majorly cheered where he wrestles. No, the fans tend to boo him a little bit more. So he does a really, really good job in that, in a situation where he should be like a massive babyface. He does a good job, and he cuts really good promos where he just comes off as such a dick, such a douche, where you're like, man, I hate that this guy's champion. He does such a good job. And as for the Sami Zayn and Owens match, in-ring wise, it's not a great match. But storytelling wise, I liked it. It was good because it was like, finally, it's like, when you see that kid getting picked on in school the whole time, and you just wish that kid could just beat up the bully, but he can't, because he had real life, he get his ass kicked. Once again, this is another example why professional wrestling is awesome. Because here we have Sami Zayn, who's been being bullied by Kevin Owens, and he's kicking the bully's ass. The whole match, he's just beating the shit out of Kevin Owens. And then Kevin Owens gets that bully tactic, like he goes for the injured arm that he knows that he already injured. He goes for the injured arm, and then afterwards, he's just acting like a dick the whole match. It was good flipping stuff. It was good stuff. I liked it. Once Sami Zayn was on the fire, and then Kevin Owens hit the pop-up powerbomb onto the apron, I knew that the match was pretty much over, because when the referees and doctors coming out, I knew it was pretty much over. But what I didn't know was how they were going to end this. I was going to say, like, okay, well, how are they going to end this? I mean, this is a good way to kind of show that, hey, Sami Zayn can hang with Kevin Owens and can defeat this guy if he was 100%, but he isn't, because Kevin Owens is being an asshole and attacking that old injury. This is a good way to build that story, but how do we move on forward with this? How are we going to end this show? So I didn't know how they were going to end it. Then I saw Will and Regal come out, and I said to myself, after Regal came out, I knew Owens was going to attack Regal. And I said to myself, Samoa Joe's going to come out. I knew Samoa Joe was coming out once I saw Will and Regal in the ring. I said Samoa Joe has to come out. And when Kevin Owens went to the outside, I said this to me. I said, he's going to grab a steel chair, and then it's going to be that fucking epic moment where someone's about to hit someone with a steel chair, and then some theme music's going to play, and all hell's going to break loose. And that's exactly what happened. All hell broke loose as Samoa Joe came out to some weird fucking theme music. I'm sorry, that theme music was terrible. But nonetheless, Samoa Joe coming out. And here's the big bad bully. He has no problem bullying someone smaller than him. He has no problem kicking the ass of a down Sami Zayn. But when a bigger and badder dog enters the ring, he's like, nope, I ain't fucking with this shit. And I loved it. I know a lot of people were like, man, they should have had Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens, fight in the ring, fight Owens fight, kill Joe kill, and all this other stuff. Like, I get it. Everyone wants to see them fight. But that's the reason why they didn't touch. That's the reason why. Because if they touch now, it's like, who cares? But when we wait, and we wait, and we wait, and we finally see it happen, holy fucking shit, fireworks are going to explode. I loved it. I loved it. Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens, that stare down was sick. Samoa Joe, one of my favorite indie wrestlers of all time. Kevin Owens, I love this guy's work on the indies. He was probably one of my favorite dudes on the indies, and one of the reasons why I still watched ROH when he was known as Kevin Steen. And I love that these two did not touch. I love Owens playing his heel role, like a heel should. A babyface would go there and attack Samoa Joe. A heel wouldn't. A heel that is supposed to be a bully wouldn't want to face a bigger and badder bully. And I loved it. I love when Kevin Owens said, hey, I did what I had to do. I don't have to fight you. He did. He said his mission tonight was to face Sami Zayn and destroy him. He did just that. He's a prize fighter. He chooses when he wants to fight. He does not have to fight Samoa Joe. And that's what I loved. This ending, you know, the NXT fans chanted, what a bummer. I say, hey, this is a great ending. You established Samoa Joe. It's fucking awesome to see Samoa Joe in the WWE. He looks in better shape than he did when he was in TNA. He looked like he lost some weight. And I'm glad that he's Samoa Joe. And I'm glad that he's representing SoCal, USA. That's so Southern California underneath there. Yes. Represent Samoa Joe. Represent. Overall, though, TakeOver Unstoppable. Skip the first hour. I'm just trying to save you guys time here. Don't waste your time watching that first hour. You will be disappointed. Just watch the second hour. Just watch the second hour. Because that was the only thing worth time on this show. This wasn't a perfect show. It was a nice show. I will say it was a nice show. But only for the second hour. If the first hour was garbage and I hated it, why would I call this a good show? Overall, watching this show from full ain't that good. But the second hour was definitely the thing that carried this and made this into an enjoyable show. Anyways, guys, what do you guys think about NXT TakeOver Unstoppable? Comment down below. Are you guys excited like me that Samoa Joe is finally in the WWE? Also, leave your comments what you thought was the match of the night. And do you agree with me that Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch is an MOTY contender? Follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. I'll see you all next time. Enjoy your day. Peace.